Francesco CEO. Originally conceived to store nuclear waste. And nice to see that. Our technology.
A few years later, that was 2004. I remember, I think we met.
On the sun power.
Acquired another property down in Batangas and First Philippine.
Marcos Jr. Welcome, Mr. President, to this meet and greet with our land-based sector, 1,000 seafarers. These are our...
For our first 28 employees of Princess from the Philippines. We connect people, places, and cultures around the world.
When you say that the ladies and gentlemen that we have here today represent 200,000, they are not. You do not represent 200,000. You do not 200,000 employees. You represent 200,000 families, and you represent 200,000 communities in the Philippines. We are also happy that they have found these opportunities, and we can only thank you all for what you recognize. What we always knew was the intrinsic value of the Filipino worker, but for you to recognize that now, and to bring them to recognize it so much that you bring them into your operations, into what you do. We, as I said, regard the OFW community in a much different way now. It is no longer the ones that couldn't find a job, so they had to go abroad. It's no longer the case. That we are an active member of the global economy, and we are participating and contributing to the global economy, as many other countries do. And that is the way of the world. And the part that the employers displayed cannot be underestimated in any way whatsoever.
Thank you so much. This was a meeting between the President and the US-based employers, including representatives of the cruise line industry and the top hospitals employing Filipinos. So all in all, we have a group of employers that are providing existing jobs of around 200,000. They were very appreciative. Napakaganda ng mensahe nila sa ating Pangulo na how much they value our workers. And dun nga sa cruise ship, sabi nga nila na they are in the business of happiness. Kaya pag happy yung crew, happy yung guests. So 1/3 of their workforce are Filipinos. Kaya pangako nga nila is they all want to hire more. Iba kasi pag naririnig nila mismo sa pinuno ng bansa, yung appreciation para sa employment opportunities na nagbubukas dahil sa kanila. And I think mataas ang moral dahil sa naging pagtatagpo. And I'm sure this will lead to more partnerships for employment, for decent work, especially here in the United States.
It was great, and we're very excited to be invited to this event, especially at this high level of attention. Our we have 30,000 employees from the Philippines at the moment, and we are looking to hire another 15,000 in the next 5 years. So this partnership is very important for us.
Meeting today was dynamic, and I believe that of our 30,000 employees, we treat our employees like the internal guest. So really our Filipino crew members are really important to us, and I think the reshaping of the DMW and the contracts that will and to become part of that as well is historical for the industry, and we're looking forward to the further opportunities.
It was very nice to see that he has the same vision that we have. We're not just employing 30,000 employees, but it's actually 30,000 families and communities. And it was great to see that we are aligned on that same goal.
I think that the president's reaction was spot on. I mean, he really cares for his people, and to know that he is aware of those who are working overseas, but also what they bring to the sectors outside of the Philippines, as well as what they bring back.
This is very inspiring to the fact that he supports it, even if his goal is basically to send the Filipinos back into the country while we recruit workers from the Philippines to come to the United States. But then again, he said that it's their choice. If they want to work abroad, then it's totally their choice. Of course, he will not hold that back. However, his main goal is to bring everybody home. We've been recruiting nurses for 23 years based in Gainesville, Florida. We are a corporation based in Florida. And so far for 23 years, we have recruited over 2,200 Filipino nurses to work directly with the hospitals and hospital alone. And we think that it is very successful because they are employed directly by the hospital and not through the agency.
Oras na po para sa isang selfie kasama ang ating Pangulo. Manatiling nakatayo, iwagayway ang bandila at ipakita ang ngiti ng isang nagkakaisang bayan.
May bagong silang, may bago ng buhay, bagong bansa, bagong galaw, sa bagong lipunan. Nagbabago ang lahat, tungo sa pag-unlad, at ating itanghal, bagong lipunan. Ang gabi nagmaliw ng ganap at lumipas na ang magdamag. Madaling araw ay nagdiriwang, may umagang namasdan. Ngumiti na ang pag-asa sa umagang anong ganda. Sabay-sabay! Bagong silang, may bago ng buhay, bagong bansa, bagong galaw, sa bagong lipunan. Nagbabago ang lahat, tungo sa pag-unlad, at ating itanghal, bagong lipunan. Silan, may bago ng buhay, bagong bansa, bagong galaw, sa bagong lipunan.